Alright, so in this one, we're going to talk about something Legends has done wrongly, incorrect, and, well, badly again. So, we have Gohan Step Up banner here. We have the Ultimate Fusion Gogeta Step Up banner. And we have Zamasu's. Now I talk about these and why you shouldn't summon for the units themselves, right? That's not what this video is. This video is talking about the whole format as a whole. Now, if you don't know what Gohan's banner, it's the same format as the Fusions and Zamasu. It is awful. You have Step 1, which is 500cc for a guaranteed full multi. Nothing guaranteed at the end. Step 2 is just a regular-ass multi, again, with a ticket. So Step 1, Step 2, both give a ticket. Awesome. And Legend tickets. Really, who cares? Because they barely update that shop. But, you know, Step 3 is the EX or higher step. So every unit you pull will be an EX or higher. And again, one ticket. Step 4 is a nothing step and one ticket. And then Step 5 is 2 tickets and also a nothing step. So, where have we come from? Well, before we go into that, let's talk about the units, right? Because I think the units' value of being good or bad obviously helps determine if it's... okay. Does it even out the banners? No. Does it even out the format being bad? No, but it gives and sheds some light on why it could be. So let me explain. Gohan, he is as good as Zenkai's. He is a god amongst men. Legitimately, he is as good as Zenkai's if you have him at least 6-starred. If he's 2 or 3 stars, he's a very, very good unit and better than a lot of Zenkai's. Crazy unit. Personally, don't have him from what I've seen though. He is crazy, obscene, absurd. Bojack, very good if you get the Awakened Arts, which isn't terribly hard. You know, you nullify cover switching when you pop his main ability to pop the Awakened Arts. You minus their Vanishing Gauge to 0 on that unit that's currently out. Like, getting it isn't too terribly difficult. But Bojack as a whole is more or less the jack of all trades, a master of none. And some units do that perfectly, right? Like Topo does that perfectly. Bojack doesn't, because he's going to support, he's going to defend, he's going to do all these things, he's going to attack, but he's not supporting when he's getting hit. He's not attacking harder and harder per hit. Actually, he's defending better and better per card used, rather than attacking better and better per card, which I think is incredibly stupid how they designed him that way. If they designed a unit like that, they should have made it like 10 counts, where you're getting sustained damage cut per card used, right? Bojack, I think it's like 5 counts. He has, okay, sustained damage up, but it's like, by the end of my combo, if I do like 5 cards in a combo, well, 3 of my sustained damage cuts I just built up are already gone, so there's really no effect to it, right? Unless I'm like dropping combo and doing all this and you make a mistake and I get caught, then sure, it could help. But that's such a niche and inopportune situation that I wouldn't even rely on it happening because it's not something you anticipate. They kind of designed Bojack alright, just not amazing enough. Trunks is a joke. I'll be honest, Trunks is a real joke. I ran him on Vegeta Family where he's most supported. You have Trunks in my Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, Majin Vegeta, and Super Saiyan Blue LF Vegeta. Everyone there can support, and he's a joke. Strike-based hybrids is becoming a thing with this new LF Gohan and LF Future Gohan. But Trunks just doesn't fit the bill. You'd obviously prefer LF Super Saiyan 2 Red Zenkai 7 Gohan over him on hybrids, and Strike-based Vegeta Family is not it. That God Vegeta is very good, yes, but besides him, Trunks and Mai aren't good enough, and anyone else there isn't good enough. You have the movie Vegeta from the Android 13 movie, you have the Purple Trunks from the Android 13 movie. But how old are they? They're not aging well. They're transforming units, sure, but they're not going to age as well as, like, let's say, a Blue Super Saiyan 2 Trunks on Vegeta Family. That's range type, right? They're not going to age as well as him. So Trunks, not very good. I think he is worse than the Kid Green Trunks that we had that transformed into Super Saiyan as a melee-based unit for Vegeta Family and or hybrids. On Super Saiyans, he might do better. I'll probably use him on there tomorrow. But for now, I really do not value this guy anywhere near Bojack. I underestimated Bojack on his first usage. After using him on Heraclan, very much love him a lot more. But Trunks, I know I won't like him a lot more until he's Zenkai buffed on Super Saiyans. Like, he needs all of that to feel like he's going to be good. But we'll see that when we do. Then the returning units is Future Gohan. We're not going to really talk about the returning because the returning doesn't add to the banner's value as much as it could. Like, Future Gohan does, but besides him, no one else really adds to the value. Unless it was like Kid Buu or something. Zanya is alright. She's cool enough. She's good enough for what she is. She's probably the worst of the new EXs, if I'm going to be honest. Just because she has that burnout effect after 60 counts, she's really not going to do anything. And supplies no death buffs. Gokua here is probably one of the best EXs in the game. I struggle to say he is the best because EX Future Gohan is severely slept on. And you're going to run with the Trunks, right? Because that's what EX Future Gohan wants. And you have that Blue Super Saiyan 2 Trunks to run him with, that Zenkai 7 on a hybrid-based team that's range type. All that, you know, situation. And in that type of scenario where Trunks is at his best, or Gohan rather is at his best, and then you have this Gokua at his best, I think that Gohan easily shits on, in kit-wise and everything else, this Gokua in best situation. I think when this Gokua dies, and he's already transformed, then his kit becomes better than EX Future Gohan's because he can lock in twice when he's already transformed. Then when he dies, he locks in for 5 counts. He can lock in up to 15 counts just on his own merit whenever he wants / when he dies. He's crazy in that respect, but I do struggle to call him the best EX in the game. He is top 3 though, for sure, without a shadow of a doubt. Then we have Beto, a very good support. He heals allies on his unique ability 2 times when he switches out. He's buffing your movie. Actually, he general buffs anybody and general heals anybody, I believe. And then he gives extra strike attack to your, what's it called? Heraclan units. So he's going to do everything for everybody with the, you know, health restore / health back. And you can run him with like a real gimmick team with like Angel Vegeta if you really want to. Just make Beto just there just to heal, but that's it. Oh, hold on a second. Let me actually read Bujin before I go into her. Alright, to continue, and apologize for that, just had to make sure I'm correct on some things. Before we go into Bujin, just remember, yes, Trunks, and I forgot this myself. If we could find Trunks here. Hello, Trunks. There you go. Trunks does more damage when he is below 75% health, and he heals, I believe, 25% or 15% health back after that. The problem with that is, you can go into Super Saiyan 4 Goku, do a Strike Art to do a Blast Art, or a Blue Card rather, that locks in, and kill Trunks. You could go into Super Saiyan 3 Goku, and do 2 cards, and kill Trunks as well. So, when I go over him, that's not really factored into my thoughts, because you're not going to live those 2 hits. You're not going to live long enough to get that support, because they want him, well, that support for himself. They want him to tank it, but yet, this man ain't going to tank shit. He's just not good enough. That's it. But to go over Bujin, probably really slept on unit. I would say the most slept on unit on this banner, just because this part, right? Oh, no, wrong part. -1 to card draw speed when enemy switches, and main ability, locks at will. She can lock at will, gets more chance to give paralyze because her green card seals an enemy card slot and 40% chance to paralyze. Then you can combo off of it, and it's a fast animation, so if you miss it, you can just sidestep out and then go again. Keep trying. But the lock-in plus this green card makes Bujin very good, and probably the most slept on, like I just said, from these banners. To go over though, is this banner bad? The banner format, yes. Now, do the units warrant it? To go over each individual unit, let's just say this, since we kind of just basically went over if they're good or bad. Is Gohan worth the banner format being this mediocre? Yes, because they want it to be harder to pull Gohan. I did 40k CC, I didn't pull a Gohan, but I pulled an 8-star Bojack and a 5-star Trunks, or 4-star Trunks, I think. One of the two. I pulled both of those because they don't want you to pull Gohan. It's a gacha game, right? They don't want you to pull the greatest and newest thing. They want you to summon to try to pull them. That's the thing. Now, the rest of the units. Is Bojack worth it being this format? No, Bojack is not good enough for this format. Trunks, hell no. Trunks is severely worse than Bojack. Beto, no. Bujin, no. Zanya, no. And Gokua, I would say yes. The value they made this Extreme Gokua and this, Trunks, this Gohan is insane. They made Gohan as good as Zenkai's, and they made Gokua as good as Sparkings that are near as good as Zenkai's. Like, Gokua could rival the value of, let's say, Goku Black, Red Cell. Now, he's not up there in their tier when you have him at normal stars, but start up, you're going to see Gokua thriving. I'm going to be starting up my Gokua personally, and you're going to see him shitting on every team, not just hybrids, but every team. But to go over what a good banner, well, from what I remember, looks like, is this Legend Step Up beginning of Z. Now, this was a strange time, right? This was the first dual Step Up banner, not even, actual dual Step Up where it's like, okay, this can only go to this can only go to this. No, this was Piccolo and Frieza, and then you could swap your tickets between each banner for your guaranteed Sparking summon. And then both new units were on both banners, given the Piccolo obviously had higher rates for Piccolo, and the Frieza obviously had higher rates for Frieza banner, and that's how that worked. But this was the first introduction of that, and probably, in my opinion, the best LF step-up banner. Obviously, the best step-up banner we ever had was the Super Saiyan 4s, because there was no LF, and everyone was on each banner, with the baby, Super Saiyan 4 Goku, and Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, all being everywhere distributed, and pretty easy to pull, honestly. Now, what happened, and why was this the only time they did this banner format? Well, I will tell you. COVID. They said COVID pushed back their schedule. Now, with COVID pushing back their schedule, what does that mean? I assume Piccolo was supposed to drop, or Frieza, before the anniversary, right? And then COVID came and all the stuff got messed up with their schedule, and then they said, fuck it, we're gonna miss these two, we got anniversary to do, and we'll drop these two a little bit later. And that's what they did. And that's why this banner format was great, insane, and probably never returning. Now, to go over one that's pretty good, but not as good as that one. Well, arguably, it's honestly debatable if you're a whale or not. Goten. Goten, if you spent money, you were going to pull Goten. That's just as simple as it was, and let me explain why once again. Goten had a 1% chance of pulling after you did a full rotation. So the rotations would reset every day back to step 1 from step 6 or step 7, whatever it was back then. And then that last step was repeatable every single multi, and every single multi of it was a 1% chance to pull Goten. Every single multi prior to it was a 0.25%, just like it was normally when LFs arrived back then. So you went from a 0.25% chance, just like LF Gohan here, to a 1% just like this Goku and Gohan that came alongside Goten. The best banner to pull an LF, I would say, and the most value for the time, even though it was just before the first year anniversary, so it did screw a lot of people over if they did chase and chase and chase, because Sun Family was not meta after anniversary had happened. Given it was still very good, it was not the best team, and this banner was severe bait. Now to go through another banner, another high value banner. Again, this is more value because it's just Sparkings, just 1% featured Sparkings, not LFs. LFs didn't even really exist at this time, I believe. This Black Friday step up, the first one we ever had, 100cc was 3 characters, 300cc was 5 characters, and 700cc was a full multi. Then you got a Sparking guaranteed free ticket after 3 steps. And then you got 1,000 for 10, so same thing as normal. Then we didn't have this EX step, this double character rate step. We did have it for the Piccolo and Frieza, which actually increases its value. I forgot to mention that. Piccolo and Frieza banners did have the EX step, I think step 4, then step 5 was like double rate step up for new characters, so maybe Frieza was at 0.25, then he was at 0.5. Same with Piccolo, same with the other units, their rates would double. Then we'd have the 1k CC for a normal step, and then the 7th step would be a free. But this did not have EX steps guaranteed because it was way too early in the game to allow that. So, was this good? Yes. Was it the best? No. Again, Super Saiyan 4's was better, but this just goes to show Legends doesn't really know what they're doing. They're capable of great things. The Super Saiyan 4 banners, the LF Piccolo and LF Frieza banner, were great. They were amazing implementations of what step-up banners should have been and stayed to be. But after UI Goku, they did this trend and have stuck with it, unfortunately, of, oh, well, LFs really aren't that all hype and everything. Ultras are the new hype, given Ultras are only free, so we don't really know what they're, fully capable of banner-wise with Ultras coming soon enough. They will come as summonable units. LFs really aren't the hype thing. They're, if you play Dokkan, the Dokkan Fest. They come once a month, and every single time they come, you pull them, or you don't. You don't necessarily need them, but a lot of them are good units. LF Gohan's pretty good, new one, and future Gohan. Kid Buu, pretty fucking good. Almost the best non-Zenkai unit in the game. Super Saiyan 4 Goku, not the greatest, but still. It warrants the idea that they need to go back and revert had they done this. I would say the UI Goku step up was the most balanced for them and us, monetarily wise, because it did offer a lot of new units. This banner does offer 7 new units that we are currently on right now, which is probably the most they've ever offered on one banner, given 4 REXs, so you're most likely not going to pull them, but it does not mean, the banner value decreases, right? The banner value is still insane because you have all these new units able to be pulled. Pulling them is not, it's not something you can really determine if that makes a banner good or bad. If you pull a unit, obviously you'll feel like the banner's better, but if you don't pull it, you obviously feel like it's worse, right? That's how this works. You want to pull them. If you don't, you're going to be like, oh, this banner sucks. Now, overall wise, does this banner suck? Yeah, it does suck. If you're new, then you're really not going to get much from this. You have that other banner with LF Rose, Broly, and Kid Buu that's a lot better value for you. Just how it is. And if you're a veteran, well, you don't really pull the new LF, you're kind of shit out of luck, because Bojack isn't Gohan's tier, Trunks isn't Gohan's tier, nobody else is Gohan's tier, except for an EX that also has a lower rate than the LF. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think of this step up. Personally, I think it's not the greatest. It could be fixed, and it should be fixed. It's just something we've had for such a long time that this is the one thing they're stagnant with, is the bad format of step up banners currently. I think the implementation of All-Stars were great. I think the taking out of USTR banners was great. I know that's controversial. And I think the taking out of Legends Rising banners was also pretty smart. And also making them a 999 thing was obviously a good idea. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you guys think this banner format's actually good, and if these units warrant being on this pretty mediocre format. And I'll see you guys in the next one.